Yes. Uh-huh. Well, we'll have to talk about it in the next meeting. I'm very busy right now. In fact, I have an interview for a position that just opened. Yes. So I'll talk to you after I finish interviewing this person, okay? Okay. Have a good one. Ah, hello. You must be the 11 o'clock a.m. interview that was scheduled. It's nice to meet you. And your name is? Okay. Have a seat. And I'll take a seat as well. Ah, such nice weather today. Yes, indeed. Okay, so it seems that my secretary had already gathered a little bit of your information, and she sent over your resume, but I believe you brought an updated copy as well, because it when you first called about the position, that was like a week ago, and you said you wanted to update it a little bit more because you had something that you forgot to add, correct? Okay, well, if you don't mind, it might seem a little redundant, but I'm going to take your information again and a few other things. So, this one will probably be me writing it down. I don't put anything into the system yet until it's concrete. Well, technically, it's not me putting it into the system. It's my secretary, Elizabeth. But you get the point, don't you? Okay. Oh, let me introduce myself. I am Miss Kawasaki Lawrence. Yes, like Lorenc. Um, I am the CEO of Asmer Tech Corporation. Yes. It's very nice to meet you. Thank you. And I will be interviewing you today. So hopefully these questions won't make you too, I don't know, shy. People tend to get a little shy in interviews, and that's okay. Just relax and answer these questions to the best of your knowledge when we get to the questions. And that's it. And I will call you and let you know everything. Okay? Okay. All right. So let's start with the basics. I'm going to beat my computer up because I changed my mind. I will put some information down, points to remember, my behalf. Okay? Okay. And I actually would like to take your email if that's alright. Okay. So let's log in. Okay. There we go. And before we get started, I'm going to ask you to fill this out. This is basically documenting that you did get an interview. We keep that for our records. So if you perhaps don't get the job, God forbid that, but if you perhaps you don't get the job and let's say a new position, like something that you're qualified for and you feel that you can do this and you apply again and we say, did you interview us? Did you interview with us before? We have that information already. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to initial and date it, and you can do the same, okay? All right. Let's get this started. And oh, feel free to ask any questions that you may have about Asthma Tech or just anything that you may not understand, okay? Okay. And here you go. You can sign here. Move that out of the way for you. Thank you. Okay, I'll set that to the side. And, since my secretary and assistant was lacking because I did ask or some normal fill out sheets. I know you already filled it out. They did not bring that copy to me, so I'm just going to take down my own copy virtually instead of writing it down, since they did not even leave clean forms in my office. Okay. That aside, your name, your last name, okay, your address, and your date of birth. Okay. Oh, we have a question? Why is the CEO doing interviews? Okay, that is a good question. For these positions are a little more classified and higher up. I tend to run a lot of the interviews along with my other executives. We tend to collaborate together and do these things. Sometimes, though, if let's say one of the others are busy, I will take over and do some interviews if we have positions open. And it's kind of rare that we have positions open unless we're opening a new branch or something like that, which is basically what is happening from, you can see from the news, etc., etc. So yeah, I tend to be just a little strict about how everything goes, so it's not just one person handling it. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue with these forms. Your email at asm.com. Okay. I have ASM too. Scroll down. So repeat. Okay. I'm gonna ask you about your previous work history. Have you ever worked in a field like this before? It's your first time with real deal, huh? I see. But I do see you have some internship work that you've done and volunteerism. Well, can I see your resume, if you don't mind? Okay, I'm just gonna look through and check out these things. Thank you. Oops. Excuse me. I see that you've done quite a bit of internships, but they weren't paid internships, correct? Okay, because I know this foundation right here is not typically a paid internship. Yes, and that is actually a very good foundation that you decided to intern for. It just looks very good on engineers' resumes. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna look through a little more. Okay, I'll stop right there for now. Adjust my seat. Oh, these seats are really high. There we go. Okay. So, I'm gonna ask you a few questions now. I don't need any more information right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask you a few questions. What is your desired work environment? Do you work best by yourself, or do you work well with groups of people? Here at Asmer Tech, we tend to have a great balance between solo work and group work. If you tend to like solo work, you're going to want to lean more towards the research type of work that we do here at Asthma Tech. Yes. If you're more into the group work, we have research for that as well, but you might be more interested in the testing phases that we go through. We run quite a few testing phases a day. I say we do about maybe 7 test subjects a day. Yes. All in different laboratories, of course. But it's very many parts, and it's usually group work. As far as the balance is concerned, if you like a mixture of that, then I would suggest that you work your way up to be kind of like the manager of top of this. So you get your own independent work, and you will also be required to do at least 12 hours of group research a day. And of course, all the normal responsibilities that come with being sort of like the supervisor of that come along with it. Is that something you will be interested in if possible? Okay. We usually start our engineers off with something pretty basic, believe it or not. And that's just typically entering the data that is taken from the research into the computer. We do that for about a week just to get a feel for you. Then we'll put you out into the field, and we'll let you get to work, and we judge from there. Yes. So there is kind of a consideration phase even after you are hired. You will still get paid for this phase, but we here at Asthma Tech take our engineers and scientists very seriously. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Should I answer that question? Bonuses. Funny that you asked this question and you're not hired yet. Bonuses tend to come about based upon how long it takes for you to complete some of these projects. No, we don't want you to rush, of course. Rushing isn't going to benefit any of us here at all. But it's important that we be time efficient with our with every project that we do. I can give you some pamphlets on things that we've done in the past. We have worked with many corporations and foundations, and we have a wide portfolio of that, of course. I'm pretty sure you've heard some of our work and seen some of it, actually. Yes, as I'm pretty sure you've heard of me. I must say, though, that your resume is quite impressive. You would like to know about the noise level in the work environments. It is pretty quiet. There is some socializing that goes on, which is normal in communication. However, it is not a very noisy workplace. I've never heard any complaints about that, at least. My next question for you is, how many hours do you think, ideally, from your based upon your work schedule, how many hours do you think you could do overtime-wise? Like, is overtime an option for you? There is a lot of overtime that is available. However, typically around the holidays, there's a lot of overtime available. However, normally our overtime is very hard to grab. So when the option is placed before you, if that's something that you're truly interested in, you might really want to jump on it. And there's great opportunities for exposure and bonuses. Yes. There is no percentage taken out of your bonus, by the way. Okay. Yes. And you have an engineering degree, huh? You got it from... Oh, wow. That is a very good school. It's one of the things that kind of drew my attention to you. And the fact that you speak 3 languages is very good as well. Very impressive. Well, I say it's very impressive. There's a difference between knowing 3 languages and passing the tests involved with those 3 languages, as we do language tests to see if you're truly qualified for some of the positions. We do like to know when our employees are multilingual. These help us present better opportunities for you guys. Okay, another question I would like to ask you is, do you have any concerns about working for us? Well, there are time penalties, as in we do have schedules that we like to keep to. There are penalties for that, so yeah, so you just, honestly, the best thing I can tell you is just be time efficient. There's not much that I can do there. Yes, because we are actually, every year we get basically a schedule. And let me see if I have one right here for you to see. Here you go. Oh, is this the right one? Here you go. You can take a look at that. I'll open it up for you. And basically, this schedule is all the projects that we do for the entire year. Sometimes one may be dropped and added, things like that. We actually have a committee that plans this out. I and the rest of the executives sit down and we pick out these projects, and based on, a lot of things, a lot of material goes into what we do for the year. Because just because the schedule is set in stone, we may pick up another one. Especially when we're working with clients that we've worked with before, it is a great possibility that something may come up where we squeeze another one in there, or we drop another one off because the deal just doesn't work. So you can see right here, we're studying this subject. Yes, you've heard a lot about it in the news already. This goes all the way up to December, and then the last day of December, the new schedule is put out. Typically, the new schedule is continuation of the old schedule before new things are added. However, we always know basically what is up ahead, if that makes sense. Yes. Let's see. So basically, you've seen the email system that we work with. Portal. Yes. Basically what that is, we plan this out. We plug it into the portal system, and it shoots out emails based on our schedule. And we have a maintenance team for that, so that's probably another email right now. But basically, if anything is incorrect, it is clarified. There's usually an email that shoots out after that, correcting anything that might have been wrong, and that project listing wise and things like that. You will also use Portal for communicating with your coworkers, Emails from me to address everybody. Emails from me directly to you as well is another way to reach me. However, you probably won't be communicating with me that much upon me addressing everyone. Yes, you'll probably be communicating with your supervisor, who will be over top of that entire group of people working on that project with you and the research involved. Yes. And you guys will be able to shoot emails back and forth, meetings and the like that. And then I actually sit down with the executives and the supervisors, and we tell them, what's going on and what needs to happen, things like that. And we also go over models, etc., all that. The position you are applying for is a traveling job. Are you aware of this? Yes. Some of the places that we've worked in have been Korea, China, Germany. Yes. We also worked in France, Switzerland. We also work in country. So just because you went to, let's say, Rome before for a business trip, you may end up somewhere else like California or Texas, and we have quite a lot of clients, as you can see. A big clientele of ours is China, actually. Yes, China and Korea. So we do send a lot of our employees there on business trips to represent us. Sometimes a lot of times actually, I will travel to these countries, and I will take a certain amount of people with me to help me represent Asmertech. Yes, all expenses are paid. However, if you do have any spending money that you would like to, bring, that is your own separate thing. However, there is a time frame schedule that's handed out as well. So if we have any meetings, like on your itinerary, you will be required to show up on time, ready and prepared for these things. Yes. Have you ever had? No, we have not had any problems with employees not showing up or showing up on time when we're out of country. Yes, we're not very tolerant on that. One time, and honestly, I'll be honest with you, it can really cost you a lot. I do have a photo booklet here. This just shows some of the places that we've been to and worked in. Yes, we worked in the South Pole. This article is called Cosmic Cool, and it's about the South Pole telescope that we worked on. I personally did not go to the South Pole. I do have more pictures of other places as well, if you would be interested in seeing that. I'll make a note to get you a photo gallery. Paper version. And as you know, all of our candidates, we give them a temporary reference number, so you can receive emails through Guest Portal, which is basically our email system logged into guest mode that you can use for a certain amount of time. Afterwards, let's say you don't get the job, the email actually deletes itself, so you cannot use it anymore. But you have a temporary PIN and reference number, so I'm going to write your reference number there so I know to punch it in. Can I see your card? Okay. Thank you. Let's see this. And I'll punch it in the computer when I'm done, okay? Okay. slide, and we'll go like that. 1, 4. Okay. We have override. Authentication code 2470. Your online S142470 14B06 ACR. Okay, so I put that in there for you. So you will receive some more information. I'll just click it in and we'll attach. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so do you have any questions so far? You're asking very good questions, by the way. Paychecks. How do paychecks work? Okay, so we don't do paper checks just because it's honestly it's too much paper. So we typically will send you a virtual copy of your check. This copy, you have two options. The virtual copy, you can print it out and deposit it. However, you need to deposit it within 24 hours. Otherwise, that check is void and you'll have to do it again and get another authentication number. Or number two, you can get a copy of your check saved into the system so you know that you're getting your payments, but you can get direct deposit into your account. Payments happen every 2 weeks. If you get a bonus, your bonus will be thrown in the next payment round. Yeah, that is my alarm in my office. That goes off every hour until I leave for the day. It's actually lunchtime. But I'm not going to take lunch right now, obviously, because I'm interviewing. So, we'll just wait for that to finish. While we're at it, I'll do this real quick. Oh yeah, the taxes and all that are taken out normally. You should know that. Okay, there we go. Sorry for the interruption. I actually forgot to turn it off. Usually, if I'm having an interview, I turn it off so it's not so random. But okay, so where were we? Yes, we were talking about paychecks, bonuses. Okay. Oh, good question. If we travel to different places, are you required to know the language? Ideally, yes, we would like you to. However, we do have a translator. However, it is only one person. So if you do any touring on your own, basically you're kind of on your own when it comes to that. This doesn't have anything to do with the interview, but that's fine because sometimes you just want to know. I actually speak Chinese, Mandarin. I'm not so keen on Cantonese. I also speak Spanish, some Portuguese, and Italian. I know bits and pieces of Korean. I never really studied it. That or Vietnamese. Yeah. Yes. And yourself? It's a great language to learn. I've been interested in learning sign language. I think it's just great enough. You can get insurance under us and benefits of that sort. You do get a discount benefit. Basically, it's like a debit card because we are jointed with Bank of America. If you get a debit card under us or say that you work with us, you can get cash rewards. I know it's a weird perk, but it exists. It'll work on things, I guess. Obviously, you're going to rack up more with traveling, just because you will travel a lot with this position, and it does come in handy. A lot of our employees like this because it does save them a little bit. Yes. So for your position, you'll basically be working on biotics, and things of that sort. Yes. Well, I must say that you were quite a great candidate, and I cannot tell you yes or no legally. I can't tell you that, but because I do have to sit down with the rest of the board and discuss your application and my observations that I've made from talking to you and speaking with you. But if I had to say anything without saying too much, I would say I'm leaning more on the good side. You seem very promising, and you are a very bright young person. I will be happy and honored for you to work for me and to work for Asthma Tech. Yes. So, thank you for coming in. You were quite early. Actually, it seems like I was the one running late. And I apologize for that. Yes, your resume is very impressive. There's not much more that I could really ask you. I think, you know what? I don't think I need to sit down for the board for this, because I'm also looking at your other certifications. So I'm just going to sign off right here and say that you got the job. Congratulations. And you do know that you're going to enter the consideration period that lasts for about a week or two? Yes. You'll get all the tools that you need. They will be mailed to you. My secretary will call you. Make sure you pick up the phone when she calls, because it's very important that you confirm this. It's authentication code for your application. You will need to tell her this authentication code. She can put you in the system. Then you will come in and you will get your picture taken for your ID and key card. That's very important that you get that. Otherwise, you won't be able to access anything. Your key card will also have your ID and your you will be in charge of creating your own PIN that you must remember. These will help you get into things online, such as your email, files, and things like that. It's important that you remember this and you keep your key card with you at all times. Someplace seeable. Usually, our employees have like a little slot or something that they can slide it into. Yes, you will get more paperwork, and we will sign for the contract. Let's see. Let me see my schedule. When you sign for the contract, the whole board will be here. Yes, there will be other people there as well that are signing their contracts that day. We usually try to do them all in one day, simply because it's easier, and I don't have time to sign everyone individually. Okay, so not this week coming up, but the following week, I'm going to schedule you in for contract signage, because we already have a schedule of people that we're signing already, and so I've added you to the list. I'll go and change that in on the computer. What's your name? Do not be late for the contract signing, because once we're done for the day, we're done. We do not do any exceptions. You will have to get rescheduled, and honestly, it does not look very good for you. If for any reason that you cannot make it to the contract signing, you need to tell us as soon as possible, especially if it's an emergency, medical, anything like that. You should honestly tell us right away. So we will make exceptions for things like that, but honestly, you're gonna have to bring in documentation as well. And the packet will come with all of our policies. I will give you our basic policy list, but the packet comes with your department's policy list. So that's for you. And it just goes over everything. It may seem like a lot, but read it. It will save you a lot of time in the long run. Excuse me. For international things, yes, you will be required to be up to date on your medical records, etc. Your passports, driver's license, all that stuff. Be up to date on that. It will save you time in the long run when we plan to leave. Okay, so after you sign a contract, you could come in and start working, let me think, on the 20th. Wait, let me check the calendar before I just start yelling out things to you. Yes, next Tuesday. That will be fine. Hold up. No, that's right, because you have to sign a contract first. You can start working on it. We'll put you in on the 26th, okay? It should be enough time to get things together for everything to sink in. So you'll be starting on the 26th. So it'll be important that we prep you for all of this stuff before you come in. Congratulations. It was a pleasure interviewing you. And I will see you again on the on contract signing day and on the 26th. I'm usually there on the first day for your department to explain anything and everything to the newbies with the supervisor. And I had to send it, I'll be running like a test, environment test, which is basically me observing the work environment for anything that I may think is wrong with the inspection team, etc., etc. So yeah, no pressure on you. Just do your best. That's all we ask for, and I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay? Okay, well, I will see you soon, okay? Okay. Be good now. Take care.